I feel like I'm forgetting to do something. Hey there guys, and welcome to another episode of NU-locke, a Pokemon Black Never Used Tier Nuzlocke challenge. In the last episode, we took on Gym Leader Nora and her normal type team, and thanks to the efforts of Phoenix and Colonel, we managed to pull off a flawless victory without losing a single team member. Thanks to that, we also now have access to the TM Retaliate, which 2 of our members can also learn. So we're going to go ahead right now and teach it to both Monty and Colonel, since we're going to get the stab attack bonus from it, which means we're going to have a massive offensive force on our team. So we will be getting rid of Tackle for Monty since we don't really need it anymore. We also have Bite if we need to do minor amounts of damage and use minimal amounts of PP. And then we will also get Retaliate to the Colonel. We'll also be able to get the same type attack bonus using the Retaliate attack. And we don't really need the Tet anymore, so we can go ahead and get rid of that. Confuse Ray really pulled out for us in the gym battle, so we're going to be keeping both Hypnosis and Confuse Ray so that we can use Colonel's trolling techniques. Now you also might notice that we have Roll on our team now, since early rock types are always very handy to have. Also in the last episode, Team Plasma managed to sneak into the Necrean Museum and stole the Dragon Skull from right underneath our noses, and we are now chasing after them into the Pinwheel Forest. Which is what I would like to say, but we have business to do in the outskirts of Pinwheel Forest, so we're going to quickly fight this nurse over here so that she can heal us and get all the benefits from thereof. But also we'll be able to get to use Monty a little bit, because we didn't get to use Monty that much in the Gym Leader at all. Also, I see Dark-type attack fodder. This is primarily the reason why I don't have Bandage Girl in the team right now, since I realized that a lot of Pokemon in the early game tend to use both Dark and Bug-type attacks, and neither of those attacks really work well with Bandage Girl, so she's going to be sitting inside the box safe and sound for at least a little while. Okay, now that we have access to the Pinwheel Forest exterior, we can now make our first catch. There is one thing about the Pokemon White and Black versions that is kind of non-conducive to Nuzlocke's, and that's that the Pinwheel Forest has an interior and exterior location. However, when you look at their stats, it doesn't show that there's an exterior and exterior. Exterior, interior, outside, I don't know words anymore. And typically, you can either treat them as one area, since on the Pokemon info list, it shows it as just Pinwheel Forest, or you can count them separately. Typically, my rule of thumb is if the 2 areas have significantly different Pokemon to capture, then I consider them to be different areas. So, for example, in Pokemon Pearl, Diamond, and Platinum, Mount Cormant is kind of an oddball area for Nuzlocke, since the entire area is considered to be Mount Cormant. The only problem is there's multiple entrances and exits for that area, plus there's also a Mount Cormant peak. And all these show up as just Mount Cormant on the Pokemon info screen. So typically, if the Pokemon that you can capture is significantly different, then I'll count them as different areas. So for example, I consider the inside of Mount Cormant to be one area, and I consider the peak to be something completely different, since the Pokemon that you can catch there are significantly different. Conversely, the Pokemon Safari and Pokemon Red and Blue, most of the common Pokemon that you'll find are roughly the same. You'll find Nidoran, you'll find Rhyhorn very commonly, and the only thing that changes are the rare Pokemon. So usually for an area like that, I'll consider that to be one area. So for this particular area, I'm going to be considering this to be the Pinwheel exterior, and I'm going to be considering the inside of Pinwheel Forest to be a different area, since they are very different areas that have very different Pokemon. And yes, I see you shaking grass, I see you there, but there's nothing that I want in the shaking grass. So in the Pinwheel exterior, we can capture a Tympole, a Pidove, a Timber, and a Sock. Now, the Pidove we can't capture because of our Dupe's Claws, and the Timber we actually can't capture either thanks to our NU Claws. Timber evolves into a Conkeldurr, and thanks to its Guts and Sheer Force abilities, it's part of the OU tier. So we're not going to be using that in our Nuzlocke. This leaves us with Timpo and Sock. Timpo has a 40% encounter rate, and Sock has a 10% encounter rate, so we're more likely to find the Timpo than anything else. Actually, now that I think, can I actually capture this thing without killing it? We should be able to. I don't think a bite will kill it. Oh, very close to killing it. I kinda need this Pokemon. Monty, good boy for not knocking it out. And let's go with the, let's go for a regular Pokeball. Pokeball, go! Woo! Okay, and as it just so happens, I have a nickname that will work really well with this Timpo. So, Timpo starts out really normal, it's just a normal tadpole, and it looks really cute and cuddly, and then it evolves into a Seismitoad that looks very, let's just say bumpy. Let's be polite and just say bumpy. And since I'm using the theme of games for names, I'm going to name this particular Timpo Isaac, from the Binding of Isaac series. Typically you start very normal, and then throughout the entire game you pick up different items and stat boosts that change your outward appearance, and then by the time you're done the game, you look very unusual, and it will look very different every single time you play. So welcome to the team, Isaac. We will probably go check out Isaac in a little bit. Now, because I want to get through the Pinwheel Forest today, there's both trainers on the outside and on the inside, so I think I'm just going to montage through the exterior of Pinwheel Forest, and then we will tackle on the interior since we have to go fight Team Plasma. Okay, with all the trainers disposed of, I figure now is a good time to pop back into the Pokemon Center and take a quick look at Isaac. So I see that you are a bold nature, which increases your defense but decreases your attack, which is good for us because most of Timple's attacks are going to be in the special attack nature. I also notice you have Swift Swim, which will increase your speed in the rain. Not as handy as Timple's other ability, which is Water Absorb, giving it immunity to water type attacks, but extra speed is always a-okay. You also have access to Growl, Supersonic, Round, and Bubble Beam. All in all, pretty straightforward and pretty well rounded. Alright, let's go take on the rest of Pinwheel Forest. Evil music. Ah! What took you so long, Karu? You were away for forever. On an unrelated note, there are two ways out of Pinwheel Forest. The road which goes straight, and the path which winds through the woods. I will take the straight road! Wait, why do you get the straight road? I don't want to go to the creepy forest? Damn it! Oh well, it means we have to fight some extra trainers. One, two! Keep up each other, one punch! Alright, what do you got? Mayo it. Twins Mayo. Mayo? Is it real mayo or is it the fake dressing kind? Ah, hello. Hello, 4 times flying type weakness. Arrow cutter. Instant KO. Phoenix too strong. Okay, I vaguely remember this. We're supposed to go through the forest and we're supposed to fight all the members of Team Plasma along the way. So we might as well get some extra experience for Elodie and whatnot. You stubborn brat! But now through with you, you won't be able to chase us anymore! What are you gonna do? You gonna break my legs? No, seriously, actually, what do they do? Like, do they just knock out your Pokemon and then you run back to the Pokemon Center? Like, because that's not really helpful, because I can just heal and come back. I can't actually, because it's a Nuzlocke, but he doesn't know that. He also doesn't know I have a water type on the front. I don't care about your Intimidate, I use special attacks. And they have Mystic Water, so you're going to get instantly wrecked by this. Thank you, Experience Fodder. Ooh, I'm gonna get Bite! Gee. I hope there's a useless attack inside my roster somewhere that I can get rid of. Come on, you're just a kid. Don't ego trip. Too bad, I haven't got anything. If you want to get it back, you're going to go look through my associates. Damn it. Is it you? My. Could you be looking for something? Yes, the dragon skull is about yay big. Kinda looks like a bone. I'm pretty sure you don't have it. It's a gigantic bone. I'm pretty sure it'd be fairly obvious if you're holding it or not. On an unrelated note, were you aware that cats don't like water? Water gun. Man, it's out of my eyes. Oops, sorry, I'm empty-handed. No, really. Really? Actually, while we're here, while we're in this gigantic patch of glass, we can actually now catch another Pokemon because the Pokemon catch list for this area is significantly different from the exterior of Pinwheel Forest. So in this area, we can capture a Cottonee, a Sawaldo, a Pidove, and a Vetapede. Now, Cottonee's final evolved form, Whimsicott, belongs in the RU tier, since it has access to Prankster, and Prankster is an ability that will increase your priority move, your non-damaging moves by 1 priority. So that leaves us with the Swallow, the Pidove, and the Venipede. The Pidove we can't capture thanks to our dupe's claws. Thankfully, both Swallow's final form, Vivani, and Venipede's final form, Scolipede, both belong in the NU tier, sort of. I didn't explain that very well. Venipede's kind of a strange one. Scolipede is what's called a borderline Pokemon. There are some Pokemon that don't really fit well into these tiers. So, Scolipede kind of sits right smack in between the NU tier and the RU tier. But I think I'm going to count it as an NU Pokemon, since borderline Pokemon are just kind of a weird subset. It probably won't matter simply because Swallows show up at 35% of the time, whereas Venipedes show up 15% of the time. The Cottonee we can't capture, so we're going to run away from this. Now it is also worth noting that in the Shaking Grass, we do have access to Dinos, which show up about, I think it's 65% of the time, and then the 3 Elemental Monkeys. So we already have Elodie, but we could theoretically also get a Pansage or a Panseer as well. Neither one of those is really a Pokemon that I want, plus, because we have a 65% chance of running into an Audino, I would much rather try and capture either a Swallow or a Venipede. Unfortunately, this could take a while. Hey! Finally, something show up! And what do you know, it's actually a Venipede. I'm okay with this. We should be able to capture it without knocking it out. Let's go for a bite. Oh, Poison Point! Of course the Poison Point's gonna activate. Actually, I think I picked up a Netball very Ooh, I did pick up a Netball! This is going to give us an increased catch rate thanks to its bug typing. Netball, go! Whew! You know what? Since I've already named something after the Binding of Isaac today, plus since Rebirth is going to be coming out in just a little under a month, I think I'm going to name you Maggie, after one of the playable characters in the Binding of Isaac. So welcome to the team, Maggie. Enjoy your time in the box. How are we doing for hit points? Are we doing okay? Oh, you're poisoned. You're not okay. And I forgot that you can't heal directly from the menu in this generation. They added that in Pokemon X and Y, which was a really handy and convenient way of healing. I really miss it. I'm trying to remember what you have. We should be fine. I patrol Pinwheel Forest every day. A battle here is a piece of cake. Alright, let's see what you got here. Oh, Herdier! I don't think I want to stay in the Herdier. Herdiers are strong. I should know. Monty speaks for the entire Herdier line. So let's bring out Roll instead. See if you enjoy rocks. Yep, takedown. And wow! Oh, 10 damage, even though it's not very effective. That hurts. Let's go for a Rock Blast. Okay. Let's get out of crit range. Who can take a takedown? Alice, you should be able to take a takedown. right? Or a bite. Bite works. Get stormed. Wow, I was expecting that to do a lot more. Okay. I want to get out of crit range. Colonel, help me out here. Oh boy, I don't like dealing with these evolved Pokemon. They have so much power. Confusion? Woo! Crunch it. Jesus, I forget. I keep forgetting how strong those things are. And that being said, I'm gonna go back to the nurse and I'm gonna quickly heal. Ugh. I don't like those takedowns, they're way too strong. Okay, all healed up now. Let's go continue to fight Team Plasma Grunts, or potentially not Plasma Grunts. You're not Plasma Grunt. But in any case, while I was going to heal, a couple of thoughts kind of crossed my mind. We're going to be going up against Berg in the near future, and he has access to Bug Pokemon. Now, there shouldn't be a problem thanks to Phoenix. You should be able to wreak havoc using Phoenix's flying type attacks. However, Berg does have freaking poison. Berg does have a Bug Rock type, and rocks and birds don't really mix well together. So right now, I'm thinking that Roll is going to be a good counter for the Dweeble that he's carrying, or potentially Elodie. Oh, Timber, I don't want to be in with this. I also don't want to sell Phoenix, because now Timber's no Rock Throw, and Rock Throw hurts birds. I could also potentially be using Elodie for Berg's Dweeble later on. So I think we're going to be okay for the next gym. We're also roughly where we should be in terms of levels. I just haven't decided yet if I want to battle the trainers inside of Castelia City for experience first, and then go tackle the gym, or if I want to tackle the gym first and then go search for experience fodder. We can go for some growths. I love it when these buy. It's just, hey, you want to hit me? Go ahead, hit me. Please, be my guest. I can perfectly fine just sitting here using growth multiple times. Also, I believe once we reach Castelia City, we'll be able to get the Water Stone, and we'll be able to evolve Elodie. Now, the only move that Elodie needs to learn in between now and when we get the Water Stone is going to be Scald. And he learns that, I think, at level 22 or so. So if need be, I will have to go just do a little bit of grinding so that I can get Elodie up to that level. I keep going to the Pokemon because I keep thinking this is Pokemon X and Y and I can heal straight from there. Also, while we're at it, might as well use a potion and heal up Elodie's wounds. Now, thanks to the Audinos inside this game, getting extra levels isn't particularly hard or anything like that. It's just I have to make time to go do it, that's all. Holy crap, where did you come from? Please don't have a herd here. You have a Pansage. Okay, this is much more manageable. Not with Elodie though. Elodie and Pansage does not mix. Wait a minute, Pansage can Leech Seed? How did I not know that? Oh, I totally want a Pansage now! Well, kind of, not really. But anything with Leech Seed is always really, really cool to me. Kinda want it. That's fine, we'll make do, we'll make do. Ooh, hello. Oh! They remind me of the ninjas from Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, and they just jump out from underneath the bush, and they scare the crap out of me every single time. Okay, Panpour. We should really have a Panpour. Flinchax? No Flinchax. Flinchax? No Flinchax. Mondo, you gotta work on your bite. Oh boy. I keep forgetting how fragile the Poor Pansage Pansear line is. To keep having the heal ability. I mean, it was the same thing when I first played through Pokemon White my first time. I just couldn't use any of the elemental monkeys because they just didn't have any defense to them. I'm trying to remember which one I had at that time, too. And I think it was the Fire Monkey, Pansear. Which is really disheartening because that's the earliest fire type that you can get, at least until about Castelia City, and it's just not very good. We can take this thing out, this shouldn't be a problem. Yep, I'm here to buy time! If you don't step lively, we're gonna get away! Well, thanks for telling me, now I know how to kind of hurry. I want to say that this bush over here is a ranger. Are you a ranger? No, you're not. Are you a ranger? No? I'm positive there's gonna be a ranger here somewhere. We've seen the Pansear, we've seen the... Ah, there he is. Let me guess, you have the Pansear. You've seen a Pansage, we've seen a Panpour. Got it. It looks stupid. Seriously, his head looks like a giant turd. Okay, I see an item. I can't remember what that is. I don't remember if I can get access to that this time. I feel like you have to use Surf in order to get that. Okay, we're gonna go grab that item. I want it. Yeah. And I think this is the root item? Nope, grass knot! Okay, I'm really glad I came over here then. I don't think Grass Knot's going to be particularly handy this early on in the game since its attack strength increases as the weight of your opponent also increases, and I think Atlas is the only Pokemon that I have that can learn it. Now if I was fighting a heavy rock type, then it would be a handy attack to have. But against lighter Pokemon, it's just not going to be very powerful. So we'll just keep that in our TM reserve. Wide? Okay. Water gun! Oh, another Pat Rat! Well, I mean, it clearly worked so well the first time. Water gun! Done. Oh, Sandile! Oh yeah, that's gonna be much more effective. Plasma! I still like that. I never noticed this the first time I played through that they always say plasma. It's funny the kind of things that you just don't notice the first time. How are you holding up, fellow subject of our king? Gorm of the Seven Sa- What kind of name is Gorm? Is his name's... I don't even know. Who names their child Gorm? I'm mortified that the skull, which we went through so much trouble to obtain, was stolen from us so easily. It's not important. Then why did you steal it? According to the results of our research, this is not the legendary Pokemon from which Team Plasma is looking for. It is completely unrelated. No shit, Sherlock. But we will not allow anyone to disrupt our plans and get away with it. We will fix it so that you never interfere with us again. Oh, sweet. Wait a minute. You were supposed to be guarding the exit. You came up behind me. Listen, boring-looking guy. We're here to help your friends who I defeated. Garo, Berg. The others didn't have anything. And who are you supposed to be? Is this guy the big boss? I am one of the 7 sages of Team Plasma. Ghetsis, another of the 7 sages, will liberate Pokemon with words alone. The remainder of the 7 sages have ordered their compatriots to take Pokemon with full force. But the odds are a little against us now. To you, the bug Pokemon use at Berg, and the normal Pokemon use at Lenora, I say, know your enemies, know yourself, and you need not fear the result of 100 battles. This time, we shall retreat quietly. To secure liberation of Pokemon, we will steal Pokemon from trainers! Even though you are gym leaders, we will not tolerate any further obstruction for you. In any case, we will settle this someday. I hope you are looking forward to that time as much as I. Oh, come on man, do it now. We can take you. Oh, they're a speedy bunch. What are you planning to do, Berg? Are you going to chase after them? Nah. It's good. We can just let them do their thing. It's not like anything bad is going to happen in the future. It kind of makes me wonder, like, what would have happened if we actually took care of them now instead of just prolonging this over and over and over again. And a free Moonstone! Nice, we can now evolve Bandage Girl, who's now sitting inside the box. Wait, do I actually want to evolve Bandage Girl right now? That's actually a good question. Does Bandage Girl learn anything useful between now and... Oh, Miracle Seed. Well, I'm glad I didn't take the Miracle Seed back in the Green City then, but we'll give that to Atlas. Atlas, I got you a present! Well, if memory serves, I do believe that there are some trainers here, and while we fight them, I'm going to quickly look up to see if there's any moves that Bandage Girl actually really needs to learn. Because if that's the case, I'd rather just evolve Bandage Girl so that she can get the extra stat boosts and potentially tank some dark type attacks. So Ellie, you warbird that bird, and I'm gonna go look up Moon's attacks. Drop attack, that's fine. Okay, let's see what we got here. We have Yawn, Sidewave, Imprison, Moonlight, Hypnosis, Zen Headbutt, Circunoise, Nightmare, Future Sight, Calm Mind, Psychic, Dream Eater, Telekinesis, and Stored Power. Psychic is learned at level 37. Calm Mind is learned at level 35. That's a really far way away, and the other moves that we learn in the meantime aren't really that helpful. And I know we get Psychic as a TM at some point. I just don't remember when. Where did we get Psychic? I don't remember. Like, I feel like it's an attack that we get really late in the game. I just don't quite remember where we get it. Speaking of which, Elda, you could use some healing. There we go. You don't bow me. Do you bow me? You do bow me. Look, look, this is a gym badge from straight on gym. Oh, you have it too. Let's have a Pokemon battle to see who's the strongest. Okay, what do you have, lass? Woobat. Okay, we can take a Woobat. We have Dark type attacks now. Actually, now that I really think about it, I'm really glad that we didn't catch a Woobat back in the cave earlier, the same cave that we caught Roland. Because there's just so many Pokemon early on in the game that have Dark type attacks. I mean, even Elodie has a Dark type attack. Most of my Pokemon on my team has at least one Dark type attack. Colonel has Crunch. Monty has Bite. Elodie has Bite. And on top of that, we have access to Thief. And while I don't think anyone on my current team can learn it, I do have access to teaching Thief to other Pokemon. Speaking of Thief, in between episodes I will probably come back to Pinwheel Forest to try and get the Poison Barb off of one of the Venipedes in the area. Venipedes also have, I think, the Pecha Berry, which is the berry that will instantly cure poison if we get poisoned. So I can come back and grab extras of those as well, while trying to find the Poison Barb. The Poison Barb only shows up about 5% of the time, so it'll probably take me a while to go find one, but I should be able to. Now, normally when you're trying to find an item that a Pokemon is holding onto, you usually have a Pokemon that has the Compound Eyes ability, which will increase the percentage of finding a Pokemon holding an item by 50%, and that's super handy to have. Do you fight me? Damn it. Ah, damn it, we're so close! We're so close to teaching Elodie Scald! 170. Damn it! Okay, that's fine. We'll go get the experience in the next city. Okay, well, in that case, in the next episode, we will go take on, I believe it's Castelia City and all the trainers within. We're currently sitting at a pretty reasonable level. We could easily take on the gym, although I do want to get Roll up at least a couple more levels. So I think what we'll do is, we'll go into Castelia City, we'll put Roll on the front, and we'll start training her a little bit. And then we will potentially take on the Castelia City gym. Well, you'll find out in the episode preview, I guess, if I actually manage to do it or not. So I will leave you with the gorgeous pseudo 3D rendering of the bridge. It's actually one of my favorite things of this game. It's such a weird thing to like, but for the DS at the time, this was really good graphics. This was the first game to really try something along this. Well, maybe not the first game. This was the first Pokemon game to try something along this. What am I looking for? This progression, I guess. They kind of tapped into it a little bit in Pokemon Platinum and in Heart Gold and Soul Silver with multiple viewpoints of the area. But this is where they really started trying out different things and started paving the way for X and Y and its 3D graphics. So anyways, enjoy the bridge scenery. I will see you in the next episode of Pokemon NU-locke. See ya!